Hi there. Today it's my pleasure to talk about Harper's thoughts on beef feeding, whether it be feeding at grass or feeding to the winter months. Each beef farmer has their own idea how to grow and finish beef cattle, and at Harper's we have a range of rations to suit all needs, to match in with farm situations such as the breed of cattle, the age of the stock, quality, and also including grazing, the required daily growths, the desired fat class. I would just like to show you the different types, physical types of feed that we do. So this is what we term rolls, 12mm rolls, designed predominantly for feeding on the floor. So as the cattle can bring it up, pick it up, or the sheep can pick it up with very little wastage and no need for troughs. Then we have our standard product, which is the 6mm nut. Can be fed on the ground, but not quite so good at not getting lost in the ground or in the straw, whatever it was fed in. So ideally in troughs. As far as the compound feeds are concerned, we then have the 3mm pellet. That's predominantly for cattle and sheep in a protein pellet type situation to mix in with farmers' own cereals. We also have the ability to do a blend, which can be the same ingredients, but instead of being ground up and then pelleted or put in a cob, is just fed as is. In this situation, definitely need troughs, but ideal in a complete diet wagon mix. And also we have the ability to do molasses mixes, which is this product, very similar to the blend, but it's got molasses in it, less dust, and again, very good, but do need troughs for that. And I will assume that we're thinking at the moment about cattle that are reared and are about to be finished. So we have the Harper's standard finishing diets, which are Premier beef nuts, molasses mixes or rolls, beef finisher, West Country beef finisher, and traditional top beef, which is GM free. As well as these, we have the ability to make bespoke rations for the larger users. At Harper's, we would always reckon to use yeast in a beef finisher ration. Yeast allows higher levels of starch to be fed without upsetting the rumen. Along with Harper's finished rations, we also like to link in with farmers who like to use their own cereals, and we have protein concentrates. On this particular farm, these animals are fed with a 22% protein mixed in with cereals. And as you can see, they're looking great. These are 13 to 14 month old, and they're having currently about 5 kilos of concentrate, which in real terms is about 1 kilo per every 100 kilograms live weight. Look at these cattle out of dairy crosses. Fantastic backs on them. Now, one little secret that we believe happened here is maize meal is fed to the cattle, and look at the fat cover on them now. Look at the width of those backs. Fantastic. We believe that creep feeding calves at an early age is an important part of the beef production. Creep feeding of suckle calves, Harper's ethos is to get them started early, so the calves start to take a little early on. Then as the milk and as the grass deteriorates in quantity, the calf is then used to taking large amounts of creep and maintaining the daily live weight gain. Don't forget, this is also a great way of getting decox into them if you have a coccidiosis problem. We would recommend feeding the 6mm nuts in the creep feeders as they flow much better. Some folks will use blend, but be prepared for a bit of bridging at times.